Hello and welcome to our third Star Wars review. Today we are doing the amazing piece of shit Star Wars Attack of the Clones.
I think I watched this. I watched it in the cinema 2002.
I watched it in the cinema as well.
And maybe one other time I've watched this. And then yesterday.
Right, okay.
And I was just angry after what, like just sitting. I texted you going and rewatching it.
Yeah, you did.
After an hour, it was like, this is fucking boring.
You despised it.
I can't believe how I misremembered it. Like, I remember it being a bit shit.
But not that shit.
Yeah, so...
See, I misremembered it, but I think savage memes and people being so savage about it had made me literally go in thinking, oh my god, this is going to be the worst thing in the world. And I was actually pleasantly surprised.
Fucking madman.
Yeah, I know. There was some... Obviously, like, the first half of it with the whole angsty Anakin was...
The creeper. He
was a real creep.
Please don't look at me like that.
Why not?
It makes me feel uncomfortable.
Sorry, milady.
You're just like that child that I met on Tatooine.
Oh, yeah.
And it was so
and he's all
brutal.
pissy.
And he was like... He was, like, basically, it felt like for the first half of this whole film, they were trying to essentially just be like, oh, is he going to turn into Vader now? Ooh. And they were trying to, like, make you a bit like, oh, is this the time when he turns into Vader?
Yeah.
Because, like, the whole time there was so many things that just wound Anakin up, and you were like, oh, is this going to be it?
But there was
is this going to be it? Oh, I know, it's just basically...
minor shit.
But it's minor shit, but it wouldn't be major shit for anyone. But the only reason why it was so bad is because he's so fucking arrogant. I will say this. The film, in the general Star Wars world building, was actually a real big... I don't know. It was a progression from Episode 1. I feel like
I'm so angry. I cannot wait. I'm so angry.
I feel like all the Jedi stuff and the clone war, the clone troopers, and all that stuff was really good, and I enjoyed Khorasan a lot more than I did in the first one, because obviously the first one you were just there, just viewing politics. But in this one, you saw a lot more of like the clubs, the scenes, which all felt a bit weird. But you saw it, and you sort of got a bit more about what Khorasan was. Because I've always been interested.
I know you're obsessed with Khorasan.
I've
Every
always
review you've mentioned
Khorasan.
When we reviewed episode 1, I was like, this happens and this happens. There's a push. There's a push. There's a push. There's a push.
There's a push with. There's a push.
Nothing happens for an hour and 40 minutes.
There's a push with with Anakin and Padme. Nothing happens.
It's pushing two plastic dolls together.
Yeah, I know.
But
the thing is, it's just like trying to push it to. Yeah, that was the whole biggest problem with this whole movie would have come if Anakin and Padme had some sort of sexual chemistry, but they didn't have any.
Forget the chemistry. Just why would they fall in love? What was the reasoning for her falling in love with him?
Yeah,
he was just obsessed.
He was obsessed with it, and that was fine to me, because you would be obsessed with this person.
No, because he's turned into a Jedi, which means I'm assuming he can't fuck or do anything.
No, but he's for 10
years.
But in there was a bit of part where he was like, "Oh well, I hear that Jedis are all about compassion, and I just think compassion's a bit like love, and I found a loophole, baby." And he's like, it was creepy, but like
he's not touched or kissed a woman since they last met.
That's the thing. Like he's just been messing around with Obi-Wan, running around different planets, and he's just been like, finally, I get time on my own, and I get to be chilling with a girl, and it was just shit. But aside from that, I will say this: aside from that, it actually really wasn't that bad. The fight scenes. The Jedi doing the moves, right? So basically, these are the first Jedis that we've actually seen doing like proper moves since, aside from Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon Jinn in the first one. Yeah,
because that was one film ago.
Yeah, I know. But
so all the first.
That's what I mean. But like these, like,
so I'm minor cold.
All I'm saying is like that, like it was interesting seeing more Jedis as opposed to just normal Jedi. No, but. The way they did it, they were like, I'm going to put my personality on this Jedi. I'm going to be so cool. And during when they did that thing where they dropped down, each of them did like a really shitty little move that was like, wah, wah. And then like Kid Fister was like, wah. And it was like, wah. And it was like just people doing ninja moves. And that was a bit shit.
None of them, I'm sure they're, obviously I can't even vaguely jump higher than this table.
Yeah.
I struggle to jump onto this table, so I'm not an acrobat in any way. They didn't seem like professional people.
What do you mean? Oh, no, I agree,
They just seem like random people who maybe look good in the costume,
yeah.
But then they were like, right, do a bit of a flippy thing and then do a kick thing.
Yeah, they weren't really
right,
that
first off, that fucking plastic boat. So when Anakin and Thingy go to wherever they were, have you put a plastic boat? Stupid canoe. Yeah. So they go to where was that place? Was it Italy? I'm assuming.
It looks
or
like
Vienna
Italy.
or whatever.
It looks like it's Italy.
And it's all
like
old
Italian
school,
lakes.
like, and it's beautiful. The scenery and stuff is really good.
Lovely.
And that actually seemed quite real.
It
seemed quite like a real place.
Yeah.
And then they got off this fucking.
What was that boat?
Why did they have wood?
What was that
a wooden boat.
What was that boat about? It made no sense. Why have they not landed on the thing on a speeder or any sort of quick ship?
Just a little romantic. Why not wood? They got wood. Why have a plastic boat?
It was so terrible. It was so small as well. Like, how are they both in there? Like, in this little tiny.
Did it have a little driving?
It looked like they got out the back and they pushed the forward. I can't believe we're talking about this boat. And I thought, when I wrote this down, I was thinking to myself, I was like, why am I writing this down? Because there's no
fucking plastic boats.
It seems like your scrolling have got
fuck
more
all.
as.
1 hour 30. Fuck all. So nothing has happened for the first hour and 30 minutes.
There was the scene at the start. I will tell you what. I didn't remember the explosion at the start.
Which one? Oh, when they get killed.
Yeah. No. When the fake people got killed.
What does the fucking guy say? Sorry, I think I wrote down these exact words. There was no danger at all.
Yeah,
and then the fucking thing explodes.
Yeah. One thing that's quite funny was does she? Do you know there's that joke about Anakin doesn't really make a joke. Anakin just says that thing about dictators.
Oh yeah.
And then he's like, well, if it works, and then does a little smile. And is she thinking to herself? She's like,
he's a psychopath.
No, she thinks to herself, that's such a funny joke. Obviously, he's joking. No one would ever believe that. Oh, Annie, and they laugh to each other. But then later on, is it going to come up and it's like, hey, do you remember that time when you told that joke about dictators? And he's like, that wasn't a joke. And it's like, oh,
that's my life.
That's
It was a girl trapped with an all-powerful Jedi throughout the galaxy. She couldn't escape. She had to basically fall in love and marry him because he was going to cut her head off or something. It was so weird. That was awful. She had too many outfits, which why was she carrying all these outfits with her around when she was undercover? And why was she flying in the big fucking purple spaceship?
Big silver.
Yeah, when they're trying to be low key.
Oh yeah,
and just flying around. I know he had a dirty poncho on at one point. So I wrote dirty poncho when they first leave Khorasan.
I thought Annie's outfits were cool. I wanted to be Annie in this.
Yeah, but he had one or two outfits. You always want to be.
He had that stupid cravat. When his poncho, he had the cool poncho, but then underneath he had the fancy cravat.
I was crying. I thought, poncho must be civilian-looking clothes because they're trying to disguise. But then she had some fucking massive dinner plate on her head, just with with on it.
I forgot about the weird diner that ObiWan Kenobi goes to. Dexter's or whatever. Yeah, Dexter's. Yeah.
American diner in space.
Wait.
Who was he? Why did he know everything? Why was none of this stuff in the Jedi archives just about?
Oh no, I can understand why the Jedi archive. No, because it's like you say, that's what the Jedi have been doing. They've just been collecting all this information, but there's some stuff you got to go and see for yourself and get. And I think that it's showing straight away that there are weaknesses to the Jedi. I feel like this whole thing is just Jedi can't do that. Well, how do you expect them to live your life? Blah blah blah. You are human. Blah 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 blah. And essentially, it's just a thing saying the Jedi. They're not all that.
Yeah, they're not all that.
And also, they're losing their powers. One thing that there was a conversation. It was about It
was basically doing Yoda, don't they? They go,
55 minutes in. 55 minutes in, it's why do we not let them know that we're diminishing? Our power is diminishing. I'm thinking, why is it diminishing? Yoda seems to be the only one who can actually tell things from afar because he's always just there going. It's like, all right, what's happened? Something bad's happened. Let's flick to Yoda for a second. Yoda's there that's troubling.
Sorry. No, because I'm assuming because the Sith guy's
face looks so post sneeze.
The Sith guy is just Cloud. He says the Darth Sith fucking hell. Right, who's Darth Tyrannus?
Count Dooku.
But is
yeah, basically he becomes Darth Tyrannus when he becomes.
Was he bad?
Yes.
So there's a bit that's the worst acting I've ever seen in my whole life, and I couldn't work out if it was a joke where. Obi-Wan, I know, you know the plot, you've seen the movie.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan's not in chains, but he's in floaty chains.
Yeah.
And fucking Sauron comes in, and it's like, oh, General Kenobi, what's happened? And
he was pretending at that point.
And he goes, oh, no, that's it's awful. But is he taking the piss? He does a funny weird... I'm going to put it right here.
He's not taking the piss.
Lucasfilm can fucking get me. This bit right here.
Oh no, my friend. This is a mistake, a terrible mistake. They've gone too far. This is madness.
He's fake as shit. He's oh no, this can't be right. And I was like, is he?
Because he's trying to be this shouldn't be happening.
But that's what he sounds. That was better acting. The guy saying it, it sounds like I couldn't work out if he's taking the piss of Obi-Wan. I couldn't work out if he sounds like he's joking.
No, but I think there was a bit of a. he was being a gentleman, but actually it was like, I know that you're a piece of shit. If Obi-Wan Kenobi had actually found out that he was Darth Tyrannus at that point, and that Count Dooku was actually working with the Republic and the thingy, then it would have, I don't know, the whole thing would have basically just like not been, it wouldn't have gone the way it was if Obi-Wan had worked out at that point.
From a memory, I thought, Count Dooku's just a really, really bad guy. But then when I rewatched it, I was like, they're trying to play it off like he's not really a bad guy.
No, but he is.
Yeah,
he's playing both sides.
But then I don't really remember being in question.
Things that we liked.
Wait, I'm not done. I'm fucking not done with this.
You're not done with your things that you hate.
So they try and blow up the Queen. They blow up the girl, whatever she's called, who's not Keira Knightley. I thought she was only Keira Knightley.
Well, that one particularly wasn't.
That one particularly wasn't Keira Knightley.
The one that originally got blown up, I don't think you could tell who that one was.
Yeah, it wasn't Keira Knightley. I think her shoes got blown off. I thought it was fucking hilarious and she had no shoes on. I was like, did the bomb blow her shoes off? I think anything with shoes falling off is funny, I don't know why. But she's just out bare feet. Anyway, so they try and kill... It's just funny. So they try and kill... not Keira Knightley. So then
Rose Byrne.
So the girl with the change face... The change-face man woman with the shittest CGI change. Wait, I'm not done. Can
I just say, the change-face doesn't come into it at any point in time. They just go, it's a changeling. It's like, well, you better be careful then. Is the changeling going to pop up again? Is he going to change? Is she going to change to fit into that crowd?
No. She change to Padme or something. You go, wait, like you tricked me now.
Oh yeah, that would be
he's shagging her or something, and then suddenly it's like Changeface tries to kill. Thingy fails. She goes back to Jango Fett.
Yeah.
Jango Fett's like, what happened? She's like, I tried, but it was a decoy. Here's these weird slugs.
Yeah.
Now, they're outside that bar, the Outlander, it's called the Outlander, with the neon. So, you're Jango Fett. Thanks to this tube thing. Great. What does she do with the tube with the monstery sluggy things?
Okay, yeah.
What does she then do?
She goes and puts it in a droid. And then
where's the droid?
I don't know.
Directly behind her.
Yeah.
She stood exactly. She goes, thank you.
Well, she's in charge.
Wait. And he's like, what's he paying her? I'll just... Because it's exactly the same scene. Oh, sorry, it cuts, but she stood in the same place. She just feeds it in the droid, which automatically goes and does the thing.
Yeah.
Why is the bounty hunter Jango Fett giving Changeface?
I have no idea. I get what you mean. Changeface didn't... Yeah, I get what you mean. That's a good amount of money just to sort of dictate to her.
While they're chasing Changeface, after the slugs try and get through the window, and then they chase after it, right? And what the fuck, I completely forgot about, is that purple energy thing.
What the
so they're driving,
which just tickles them.
And they gotta go boom, boom, 2 seconds,
and they're like, "Oh no, Anakin, you're gonna drive through that energy coupler." It's like,
and then
they just go keep going, and it's. I thought the whole thing was gonna just like the engine was gonna shut down,
like an EMP or something.
Yeah.
They're shaking around in a plastic car.
Talking of EMPs and stuff like that, one thing that I did think was really cool, which I also thought was really cool in The Last Jedi, is I like it when they do this sound.
It's the coolest sound.
Yeah, it is a really, really cool sound.
That's probably my favourite thing. If everything else in the movie could be deleted, I want that. The sound of it.
Tell you what, if you take a fight, let's forget about Anakin's run for a little bit. Let's forget about Anakin Padme. Let's just get them out of my mind. Obi-Wan's quest was quite a good quest.
What was his quest?
His quest was going to... He actually did quite a lot of good sort of detective skills.
Oh, he's sneaking, yeah.
Yeah, he essentially went around, found where Jango Fett was, went off, tracked him all the way to Thingy, went to Geonosis, sorted everything out. He was the MVP of this whole thing.
Yeah, he did. It was definitely more interesting stuff.
Yeah, it was, but the thing is, it was a good storyline. Like,
versus
he went
riding on a cow pig in a field.
Yeah.
Also,
look at me, Padme!
He falls off the cow pig, and then they roll around, and all I'm thinking, there's a cow pig shit everywhere, and they're just rolling around.
She's got that dress, it's going everywhere.
But back to Obi-Wan's quest.
Obi-Wan's quest was good.
Yeah.
I thought that was a good quest. Like, thing is, that to me was like, okay, so now you've discovered that, then what are you going to go and do? And, I thought that was a good quest. It was a good one.
Yeah.
The one thing that I didn't like around that quest was that the Techno-Union army droid, which I didn't realise this.
Oh,
you know when they go around the thing?
Okay, so before we even rewatch this, I said, pick the favourite scene, the worst scene, and your favourite side character. Cognipple, sorry.
Cognipple.
So it's the guy who's like...
Oh, yeah, no, Cognipple,
That's something you're talking about, where he's got like...
Yeah,
he's talking, he's like...
You had support from the...
Yeah, he's my favourite side character. Yeah, I don't know what he's called. The Techno-Union, is that what it's
tell us what it's called. Techno-Union Army.
C-3PO.
No, I hate it. I don't understand the C-3PO being in that file.
Okay, but him being in the... I've got robot heads. Okay, he can't talk.
Oh, God,
He can't talk when he's just a head. We all know that. Wait, forget that bit.
Oh, yeah.
No, he has to be connected. No, he has to get connected to his body, like in Bespin. But when he's being dragged along by R2-D2 as a head on the floor. He goes, "This is such a drag."
Right, yeah.
And then later on, when he's trying to reattach him to a body, he goes, "I'm beside myself."
Yeah.
Fuck you, George Lucas. Whoever wrote it, that's awful. Like, shit can be like, "Oh, this is happening now. I've got a robot body, even though I'm a different kind of robot."
Kids. And that's the thing.
No, fuck. It's a shit for kids. No kid enjoyed this film.
I enjoyed it when I was a kid. You enjoyed it when you were a kid, don't you? Just
I knew
it's gone down.
No,
you knew it was bad. Yeah, Dad. Shoot him, Dad.
Yeah, kill that human. For no real reason.
Well, there was a reason. Like, the thing is, they are bounty hunters. Like, they're being constantly through. I liked the Slave One aspect, and I liked Jango Fett. We actually finally saw Boba Fett fighting. No. Thinking about it, we saw him fighting.
The best potential scene in the movie for me was the fight with Obi-Wan, but how it was put together. There was little cool bits, and I was thinking of Batman Begins as well, where he's falling down the thing and he puts the blades in.
That is like that.
But the bit where Obi-Wan's like, there was a lot of bits where arms would have been ripped off. When they've got that whole thing with the like rope.
Oh yeah.
And he like falls 1,000 feet and then like pulls on Thingy's arm, and then he deattaches the rope. So then Obi-Wan flips this tiny like bit of wire he's holding onto with his bare hands, and then he forces it round like a thing, and then he does like a swing.
Do you know what that was a reference to?
Bullshit.
Do you know what that was a reference to? A New Hope. Luke and Leia.
No, because that was like, it had like a waist thing.
That's the thing, but Luke
it wasn't
and Leia
to his little
slice
your fingers off.
It would probably slice his fingers off. But if you're
in the rain as well,
I know, but they're Jedi. Luke did it, and he's not a Jedi.
Also, Jedis are, at the end of the day, they're humans, aren't they? So if one can't stop you and you cut his head off or whatever, it dies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. They're not, their skin isn't stronger than normal humans, that's what I'm saying.
No.
Yeah. So, how many times does Obi-Wan get directly shot, blown up on that?
Oh, yeah, no,
repeated, like, in a ball of explosion.
He's like, "Hey, I'll get you, Dad! Yeah. Get off my dad!"
It's not like he's near and he gets fully shot.
No, he got fully shot. No, that one I didn't understand.
And I think there's an explosion, there's definitely something in the Coliseum fight where he gets hit by something. I'm like, you should be dead.
The Coliseum, right. So, let's just assess the Coliseum fight, because that was probably the end part.
So you got Meowcat.
What's Meowcat?
You got the Meowcat monster.
The Meowcat monster, which is completely shit.
Yeah.
And it does some damage to Padme.
When she
Padme just goes, "No!" And then it just falls down and goes...
No, it's like it's dead. It's like it's only fallen like maybe half its. It's maybe double its height.
She's got little
onto sand, onto like soft sand,
and it's like meh. And she's like, "She's not allowed to kick it like that." And it's like, what? Fuck off, Newt Gunray.
And then you got Stabby, like arm, mantis kind of guy.
Yeah, which I thought was a cool thing.
Yeah, he's quite creepy. It was like you'd be. That's the one
also the Rhino. Yeah, the Rhino one, I feel like you'd still get fucked by that. Like, I know, Anakin just kind of get onto it.
It was a very weird... The Rhino was the oddest one to have in a Coliseum. Because originally they were going to be tied to that thing and not move. That was the original carry. Yeah. So having a Rhino just crash into you seems like a really shit... It doesn't feel like...
you're right. Unless they knew that they were going to get this, they were going to escape.
Well, that's silly.
Yeah, I know, you're right.
Tie their legs up.
Yeah.
And when Padme's just... Oh, she's like that. Oh, well, look, I've got these pockets, so I'll just take this out. And then as everyone's watching and it's not even started yet, she's already undone
she's
one of
the thing. It. And then, she's done it before it even starts. But then she'd be like, "Hey, do you want to just chuck me like keels?"
Yeah. She's like climbing up before the cat. Before the cat. Okay, to be fair, not to sort of say, obviously, women's looks and everything, but to be fair, Padme in the white is hot as fuck. Shit. That's the best thing about this movie. And everything else is shit.
That whole bit after when the clones came, and it's really annoying that the clones were CG, and I feel like they've done it much better now. But it was a really good Star Wars floor battle, the best we'd seen at that point. Obviously,
but did we care?
I cared. At the time, I cared.
Not
about Obi-Wan
gonna die.
No. But like there was, the thing is, there was weight to it still. I don't know. I don't care if stormtroopers died.
Okay,
but like it was still a good battle, because when you saw them and you saw the Jedi's running with their little inventories and stuff, and you saw that, and it was a bit of a panning shot, and you were just looking at what you're looking at, all the big boob things, the big balls that were just trying to float up, and it was a really cool. I enjoyed.
If the robots had won, what would have happened?
Well, all the Jedi would have been wiped out.
No, because they had time to fly away. They had loads of transport ships.
Well,
they could have flown
away. It was a huge push to get Dooku. But then Dooku got away in the end. But it was a huge push to get Dooku and stop the war. That's essentially what they were doing.
Yeah, but there was no weight.
They had to destroy all those thingy battle droids. Essentially.
Oh, why? Why though?
Because you're destroying. Because that basically place makes all the battle droids. So if they destroyed all the battle droids being made, like they
come back tomorrow.
How are they going to come back tomorrow? Like that's the thing. Like
they've got an infinite clone army.
No, not the clones. I'm saying the other things. I'm saying like so the clones destroyed the battle droids, and then basically from there created a massive footing in the war. And basically, they were controlling everything.
Right.
I know.
So how do the majority of ships work in Star Wars in terms of what do they shoot out?
Oh, fuck off. Don't tell me about the rockets. It made no sense.
We've run out of rockets. We're chasing a man, an elderly man on a speeder bike. On a bicycle. In all of Star Wars, he's on a bicycle and they're in a little go-kart.
They're in a thing that
and they're chasing it. Oh, we can't hit without guns. Cause
I know. That was so stupid. That was so stupid.
Christopher Lee just obviously sat on like a cardboard box. He's probably sat on a real bicycle just like with green screen. And, he's just like, and it just seemed to go up like miles in the sky and then down.
It goes right down. Why didn't you actually just get in a ship?
Why the fuck did he park so far away from where he's been living?
Yeah.
Paul McGarry's
well, I don't mind that one because that could just be his lair in his office.
It's too far away.
Well, the thing is, you want to be a bit further away from
Obviously, it was a sandstorm. Like, he's got a little shit motorbike.
Well, he's fine.
I hate him, Mark. I hate him.
You hate him so much. I didn't think he was I thought
his acting was shit, and I really like this film, but I thought his acting was shocking throughout. It really shocked me how bad he was. He wasn't Saruman. Or Sauron.
No,
Saruman.
Saruman. Yeah, no, he wasn't really Saruman. I get that he wasn't Saruman. Okay, Obi-Wan, chopping like that. Two things with Obi-Wan in this scene. Obi-Wan is like, we will not investigate Anakin, right? And then Anakin's like, of course we should investigate, you dickhead. I'm going to undermine you every single time. And then Obi-Wan sees the droid. The threat is neutralised.
Oh, sorry, he jumps out the window and grabs the droid. Yeah.
But why does he jump out the window and grab the droid? Surely that would be Anakin's thing to do, because Anakin's the one that wants to investigate. Obi-Wan Kenobi would just be like, leave it, Anakin. Let's not investigate. Let's keep the princess here. Because surely they both went out. Princess could just get killed at any point in time during that whole thing. She could literally not chase after her. She could literally, I don't know.
How sneaky were those fucking slug things?
Oh, yeah.
Because they snuck round and then hid for a bit while it was just...
Yeah, it was
weird. I don't know.
And then R2 seemed to like wake up and be like, hey, what's going on? And then doesn't scan the area and like he does in Hoth, like after fucking like, you know...
Oh, he can do miles
thousands
away.
Thousands of miles, and he can see and he can notice life forms, but at the moment he can't do that. And he can't even do tiny little slugs in a bedroom with one other person. 2 foot away from him.
Why didn't you just poop that robot that poops through the slugs? Why did you not poop through some fucking grenades?
Yeah.
We'll leave it to these slugs.
Or just some gas.
Yeah.
You literally poop through gas, like, or one of those little darts. Those Camino darts that literally get kills for someone instantly.
Yeah.
Why didn't Boba Fett shoot Changeface?
Why could they censor slugs but not the robot outside the window?
The suspension of disbelief, obviously. But
it's fucking... I know this has been all over this place, but I feel like we need to try and wrap this up.
Okay.
So wait, your favourite side character is the same as mine? Is it Captain Nipples? Or
I wasn't going to say it was my favourite side character. I thought it was really stupid, but...
That one made me happy. That was one bit I was like, oh, I'm quite happy with this. But this is the set... Up until Last Jedi, this is the longest Star Wars movie, and it really, to me, it fucking felt it.
Yeah, okay, no, I get you there. It was, to be honest, because I watched it this morning, I woke up this morning, I was like, okay, it's 8:30, I'll just, instead of watching Dr. Fraser Crane and letting him wake me up, I'll watch I'll watch this. I'll put Attack of Clones because obviously I had to watch it. And it was fucking a long shit. And I saw the 2 hours and 20 minutes, and I was like, oh, fuck, I'm going to be around later.
Yeah, there's no bit, like in episode 1 where I'm like, well, it's got a Darth Maul fight, it's got pod racing, it's got little bits where I go, I quite like that bit to look forward to, and in this I was like, I'm not looking forward to anything.
I quite like the Jango Fett bit. And I like the Slave One chase. I like them dropping off all the spare parts. I felt like it'd be really funny if R4 just went, if Obi-Wan Kenobi was like, can we fix it? And then R4's just like, we could have done if you had any fucking spare parts, but like we've got these huge holes in it. All we needed was a little bit of fucking fixing.
Is there anything else you want to say about the movie?
I would like to just remind you that there's so many things in there that were really limited by technology.
No, there's too much technology.
No, there's too much technology. And the clones shouldn't have been CG, but at the time, that was the best way for them to do it. Like, the close-up clone shouldn't have been CG.
No, but the story was just shit. You can't, there's not technology stopping people looking like twats, rolling around in big shit in a field.
If you think of the timeline of the story, if it was done in, like, a fucking, if it was done in what they called, you literally just broke down each movie and just went, then we're going to go here, then we're going to go there, then we're going to go there, then we're going to go there, and here's the plot. You wouldn't be like, well, that's actually really boring. I actually thought that the Empress Plan, actually, in the end, even though the politics in it was boring, I actually thought the Empress Plan was actually pretty fucking ingenious.
I thought
it was like everything had to play in, and everything did just play right into his hands. And I was like, when I was watching it, because being grown up watching it, I was like, well, I kind of get where he's going with this. Oh shit! But then if he does that and he does that, then surely then he's going to have all the armies in his pocket.
Can everyone stop being everyone else's Padawans, by the way? Because
I know
Yoda,
you're my Padawan.
Yeah,
it's like it feels like everyone's like, oh, let's just share Padawans.
It sounds like you're all really shit teachers.
Yeah,
like,
it does.
So Yoda's Padawan is Dooku, then Dooku's Padawan is fucking Qui-Gon Jinn.
Yoda's Padawan is everyone.
Yeah,
I think Yoda's Padawan is everyone.
But Qui-Gon Jinn was Dooku's Padawan. Then ObiWan Kenobi is fucking Qui-Gon's, and then Anakin is fucking thingy, and they're all shit.
To be honest, Yoda's everyone's Padawan. Well, because you saw that bit where they went into
it ruined.
Found that
Right.
The
last bit of complaining here is
this is going on.
Yeah, sorry. With every movie or anything, and I'm sure I've said this in a review about something else.
Okay.
I think I don't know what we're talking about, but when everyone has powers, it becomes boring.
Yeah, I get
when everyone's got lightsabers, it becomes stupid. I have no interest in it. Can you two people lightsabers the whole movie? I'm more than happy, or one person with a lightsaber.
Yeah.
I had no interest in the fucking stupid Coliseum fight. Apart from Natalie Portman running around a bit, I could sort of deal with that. When she wasn't just a CGI, like, block squares.
Yeah.
But I do like I like Jango Fett, I like Boba Fett to an extent. I like the designs, but the fight was stupid. It had elements of coolness. I liked the fact there wasn't really a lightsaber fight in it. There was actually punching and kicking.
There wasn't a lightsaber fight in... Oh, what were you talking about, Boba Fett and everyone?
Yeah, in the rain. That could have been really fucking good. But I didn't care. I've never not enjoyed a movie I can't remember the last movie where I was like, I'm really fucking bored. And I love Star Wars. Okay. I was so bored. It shocked me how boring it was.
Okay, that's interesting.
But my favourite character is Nipple Guy.
Nipple Guy. My favourite character, I don't know. I get it, but Kit Fisto is a really cool character.
That fucking little smile.
That smile he does is great. He's just so cheesy.
So, our third Star Wars movie review, what number review? You can have decimal points if you want.
I'm going to go for...
Out of 10.
A 6.
Okay.
I know, I can't believe I'm raising your one, obviously, because your one's going to be low, but I love Star Wars films. I'm sorry, like, my reviews are all going to be higher than my...
It's a very average movie. That's like... That's average.
I enjoy Star Wars movies more than any other kind of movies. So for me, this one is higher.
I fucking love Star Wars.
So I enjoy it more because it was...
Oh, it was really good.
It appealed to me.
It was good.
There was something good in there.
So you're saying 6 out of 10?
6 out of 10.
4.
Really? So we're giving it a 5. We're going to leave you with the classic part of the film, Nipple Robot. Bye.
Bye.
The Techno-Union Army is at your disposal, Count.